2.
Alrighty. We are ready to go with the next game. It's personally, my favorite game of the year. It's gotta be Spiritfarer by Tricrow and Stacy on commentating. So right, take it away.
Welcome. So this is Spiritfarer. This is a very cute, casual-ish game where we're guiding some spirits and helping them move on, being the Spiritfarer, taking the role of Charon from Greek mythology, or Chiron. The pronunciation is beyond myself. But I think we can just start getting going. If I'll give a countdown to actually start the timer, we go 3, 2, 1, go!
Good luck.
Thank you. The first thing in this game, speed tech-wise, skipping the intro cutscene, very useful. So this being a slightly more casual game, it does have some slow elements to it, but it also has some platforming and some people we're meeting along the way, and a lot of the different things over here. So, this is the first person we get to meet, and this is our main bae that we spend our time with throughout this run. This is Gwen. What's it called? Yes, I am, like, mashing through this text to make it go faster. There's physics in this game and platforming. Like, I jumped up on the slope there to actually give myself a momentum and speed boost so I could actually get over to here quicker. There isn't a lot of platforming. I mean, there is, but like not a lot of difficult platforming or anything. And here's the first hug. I believe hug incentive is the one currently in process, correct? 30 to 5, if I remember rightly, you said?
Unless something changed.
I believe so. So that means throughout this run, I will be hugging my characters as much as I can possibly do so. So as soon as I finish, so there's a little bit of downtime during this game, of which I'll be hugging people where I can. The certain characters don't always allow ourselves to be hugged. For example, this one, she won't get hugged right now, but there is someone we can always hug. I just go to the prow of the ship here, just to, or like, on top of this to make it a little bit more clearer. Come on, come on, come on, kitty. Okay, trying to get the cat to, oh crap, let's not do that. Okay, and hug. There you go, and now we'll be hugging the cat for quite often, because this is what you guys paid for.
I assume that it would be quicker not to hug anyone.
There are some small things I can do during this. For example, at the moment, we can fish. We can, well, one thing is definitely quicker not to accidentally fall off your ship like I did a minute ago. So the one other thing that we can actually do during this period of time is fish. But unfortunately at the moment we have a rubbish fishing rod that doesn't do that well. So the only thing we can actually fish up are herring or old boots. There is actually a slight small thing we can do with fishing, speed tech wise. Is we can cancel out of the fishing slightly earlier, so we can fish up more fish in a shorter space of time. So the reason why we're waiting here in this game is that we've got this boat, so you're like, yeah, there we go. We've got this boat, and we have to travel along the different places to the different islands. It's all quite wonderful. The different things that we'll be doing in this game, to just give a generic working cycle of this game, is you find people, the people have requests. To fulfill those requests, you go to certain islands. On the islands, you have resources. Those resources let you upgrade buildings and stuff, which let you process resources further. And then using those resources to build more buildings. And we just keep going around in that cycle until we finish the game, really. Explore new islands, keep going to more places. So we did find 2 boots here, 2 old shoes. That's actually slightly unfortunate, as the old shoes are actually worth less money. The reason why we would be fishing here is just to try to get that little bit of an additional cash. Lovely. So the first place we actually go is the shipyard. This is so we can get one of our first upgrades and we meet Albert. He tells a lot of dad jokes and all that sort of thing. By the way, there isn't any option to like speed through this text. I am actually just mashing. And oh, let's not talk to him again. And that was our first split. Not too bad. So we want, in this game, we want to try to optimize movement as much as we can. So I always want to try to like move to the next place before I actually accept and decide what quest I'm doing. So, this game isn't, like, the first section of this game is quite straightforward. There isn't a whole lot we can actually do in this first section of the game until we say goodbye to the first person, Gwen, and then it opens out a bunch more, and there's a lot of things we have to just get done on our travels. So we've cleared out our ship, and now with that we can make our little guest house here. When we actually go to this guest house here, when Gwen gets over here, she'll give us a quest saying, hey, I'm really hungry, but to go get food, we actually need some bright jellies. And so, good thing, we're actually already heading over there. Speed tech, am I right? The only scary thing is if we actually don't finish this dialogue before we get to the jellies, it can not necessarily soft lock the game, but it loses a lot of time through us having to wait for a different jelly cycle on the thing. But in the meantime, hug. 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 You're not getting away from me, cat. Anyway. So here is the jelly thing. So there's a certain reason why I did actually put the building here. It's because... So in this little mini game, this is the first one in the game, we gotta go pick up these jellies, but it's only the ones with the greenish tints that actually drop the bright jellies that we require. Putting the house like that lets us, you know, do the thing, catch the ones that are slightly higher up. For example, this one. Like, we wouldn't be able to jump to get this one, for example. It's not too important collecting all these smaller ones. And of course, there are some more like scarier strats we can do in terms of resource management. I'm not going to do that for the fact that this is a marathon run, just in case I screw up at any point and lose a lot of time. But otherwise, yeah. This is sort of what the game is like. There are other speed tech sort of things. So I picked up 6 there, I want all 8. There are all speed tech sort of things, like resource-wise, there's one more bright jelly that spawns here, there. There's an option to actually go to not pick up this one and end everything early, but it's uncertain. Oh crap, that's not actually, there you go. And as soon as we pick it up, we can go in and leave again. This actually skips the rest of the jelly sequence, so we don't actually have to deal with it. Another neat little time save in this game is just being able to know where you're going next, so I can set us off to go around there sooner rather than later. There you go. Oh, put it a little bit higher. There's also this Tetris element in the game, so with our buildings you have to like fit them all onto your ship. The ship, of course, can get bigger over time. But for now, here is what we go. Here is what we got. She is asking for the food, so we're actually going to cook her some popcorn. Right, and here's the popcorn. She actually tells us what she likes. There are all the characters in this game have like foods they extremely do like. It's not all too relevant for us in this run, as giving them food they like increases their happiness. We don't necessarily need to worry about their happiness that much. Ooh, it's glitching out there. Alright, I can actually triple check I've gone the right way with this. Yeah, not bad. A little bit further off. You can like write down the coordinates, but you know, not necessarily too bad in that regard. But yeah, you can see like the amount of speed we can eventually like bring up over time. One last hug before we jump onto the island. Beautiful.
I think with this, the bead war doesn't make much sense because everybody likes what they're seeing now, unless they donate to get even more hugs in the game.
But if I actually, if you go to the other side of the donation incentive, I'll just keep ringing the bell, which will make them unhappy. So for you sourpusses in the chat,
yeah, if you don't like when others are happy for whatever reason, please, yeah, donate. It's for a good cause.
Cool. So here are some trees. We are going to be cutting down several of these. There's a cute little mini game to do this, as you can see. It's just going back and right. It's pretty alright, regardless. And then lastly on this island, oops, screwed up. We're just going to mine this ore here. Perfect. The other speed tech we can do is if we save out and go back into the main menu here, we can go to the boat because it spawns us in right by where the boat is, which is quite nice. So I've got to go to 5117 here. That's the coordinates I've got to go to. I mean, you can see that there are coordinates all about. 5, 4. I mean, that's close enough for now. 418. It's good enough. 118. So for now, after we've gone to the island, we can now actually build the field. So it's moving forward in quite a progression, different ways. So we build the field, she tells us we need to go to get seeds, and we should go to one island. But, we shouldn't actually go here first. If we go over here, we can pick up something called, we can pick up our first movement ability. I'll actually go to the more precise bit while we're waiting. Perfect. Once we pick up the movement tech, we can actually go to the next area, so we don't actually have to go back and forth between the two areas. So that's just another little time save we can do throughout this run. I think I know. We should hug. Hug. And hug. Whoa, crazy. Can you guess what I'll do next?
Are you gonna hug?
I'll fish first.
Ah.
It's fine.
Yeah. Speaking of donation bits though.
Let's make it happen.
Yeah, we don't have any donations right now, but just wanna double check with you guys. When would you like the donation bit to be closed? Just being a bit unprofessional here.
Oh no, this is completely fine. I was saying, we can keep this open throughout the whole run, so close it when the run's over, basically, the last 3 minutes of the run, and at any point... Oh, do you see the cats spazzing out on the ladder there? At any point when that changes over from one side to the other, I'll start doing the other thing.
Alright, cool. Yeah, remember to donate for that, guys?
Yeah, so if you want me to stop hugging and be mean to everyone and constantly ring this bell, like there's a bell here, you ring to say good morning. So wake people up in the morning, let them know, oh hey, it's the morning time now, we should wake up. But people don't like doing that during the night time. Because of course you can see at the top right hand side of my screen here, there is a day and night cycle. It's currently the midday, which is the largest portion of the day, of the time here. There's actually a really fun thing you can do, on some slopes in this game. Let's see if I can pull it off. There you go. Yeah, you can stand solidly on some of the slopes. Anyway, that little light beacon that's going across our screen, that's a sign that we've pretty much gotten to the place we want to go to now. So I'm going to prepare myself to go to the boat. I activate the boat while this animation is happening, so when this animation is finished, we are just straight on the island, which is useful. Alright. Okay, so interestingly enough, this game actually does have co-op. So if you're the co-op partner, you'll actually get to play as Daffodil the cat there. Wouldn't you want that to be the case? And in cases like this minigame here, you both have to press right and left at the same time. So that's quite fun. Ironically, for the case of a speed run, the cat actually does run slightly faster, so they would actually be quite useful. Another disadvantage, another good point, or the other bad thing about the cat is the fact that they can't actually talk to people normally. There we go. So here's the second person we're meeting in this game. We need to talk to them just to, you know, Just to ensure we're continuing over as per usual. There you go. We've got to continue the story. Make sure that happens. And before I can actually like start doing anything shipwise, I have to make sure I talk to this person. I actually saved some time there. I wonder why. Oh, I think I know why I saved time there. I've got my, of course, I've got my own splits on my own channel. So I actually know. I've got, for me, personally, I quite like splitting for pretty much the majority of everything. So, I'll do like a split for pretty much every like island I go to or any like important point. I know some people don't like to oversplit as much, but I quite enjoy it. So, this is Atul. He's the like nicest character on the boat, as it were, and he upgrades our fishing rod, so we can actually do this fishing now. The first fish we'll always catch is a squid. And now fishing will actually be somewhat difficult because our line will glow red. There we go. And now I need to make sure this dialogue is finished. Perfect. Before this trigger happens, because the trigger will happen. Huh? Oh. There you go. About now. There you go. So this is the second like character-based minigame that we have here. All the character-based minigames give you a certain resource. The first one was Bright Jelly, this one is Lightning in a Bottle, since we're just catching some lightning here. So now count with me, that was 2, this is 3. Come on, we need 8 here. That was 4. 5, what comes after 5? Can anyone chat tell me? 6, good job chat. 7, and finally, 8. Whoa! And that's the lightning minigame. Of course, we quit out of it early to save more time. It does have a little bit of an issue here, where it doesn't like us that much. So we just have to lose some time here regarding that. But of course, it's still much faster to quit out. Another issue with quitting out is it does reset our travel point, so I do have to actually set where I'm going again. Now I've got the lightning lightning, I can actually build my next building. There we go. Move things around a little bit. We only need this building over here. This is the vegetable field. We only need this building just to actually make sure we... Oh wait, I have another character we can hug. Hug! There you go! And... Can I hug you yet? No, I can't hug you yet. Shame. Oh well. So, how would you rate the hugging animations in this game, Stacey?
Yeah, wholesomeness out of 10, I guess.
Heck yeah, I'd agree.
It's too good not to have it.
It's actually quite amusing with the whole like co-op scene. There is some tricks we do, because this is Gwen %. This is only seeing Gwen off. In the full run, we actually go see everyone else off, of course. I'm just gonna pick up some extra things just for safety, actually. We don't necessarily need those, it's just nice to have. And shrine. In the later whole run, we do actually use the co-op strats, the co-op thing, to get through one minigame. Because there is one quest where we have to talk back and forth between 2 people in 2 locations. And we just use co-op so we don't actually have to run back and forth between the 2. Which is quite nice.
Interesting. You told me that the whole run would take about 5 hours?
Yeah, it's
Why?
like
What's the reason?
well, we're only going through one of the character storylines here. We have to go through a lot more of the character storylines. And a lot more stuff in general. This run is quite simple, but later on it gets a lot more hectic in all of the resources we have to just manage. Upstairs crew forever! So that guy is like, oh hey, I'm upstairs, and that's really cool, I'm upstairs. So we need to buy a bunch of linen here, and we can also buy one of that. We can sell the squid and this, and we can also sell 1 turnip, 1 carrot. I can also not sell anything else, but buy another one of... Actually, why not? Let's buy 2 of them. Let's have some fun. And now upstairs crew forever. Yep. I'm just picking up some extra items here and there. Oh, sweet. If we can, yeah, there's chests scattered across the map, so. So this is our third character that we meet. This is Summer. They're quite nice. And of course, all of these characters have died in some way. So they all have their own like stories and everything like that as well. So if you really want to just get into like some emotional stories, you'll do that in this game here. I can recommend. Yeah, the 5-hour run. So we're only in one area in this game. There's actually 3 additional areas, but the second area only unlocks after you actually Oh gosh, okay, we're doing that right now. Right, okay, this is fine actually. So I plant 1 seed there, and I'll plant all the linen seeds possible here. So this is the things we need to actually start growing. Linen is really quite important because it's the main resource we'll be using in this run to actually produce a lot of the stuff. And hopefully I've got enough seeds. I should be. So as nighttime goes along, because the ship is actually powered by sunlight, we have to go to sleep in order to pass the day. Gosh, I'm so glad I did open up the window because it's getting really hot in here now. Okay, the next thing I have to do is a little bit of a skip, actually. So there's a certain thing we can do by going to a bus stop, and we can activate a certain bus stop early. The bus stops are the teleport points in this run, which is pretty darn cool. If you can see this little grey thing I'm about to click on here. Pardon me. Okay. Let's hand out all the quests. Okay, so this is an active time where we have to ring the bell to wake people up. There you go. Can I hug you yet? No. Can I hug you yet? No. Okay. So this is where the run gets a little bit busy, since we need the seeds to grow. And we're now given Guitar Hero powers to make things grow faster. But if you notice, these keys are a little bit weird. The fact that half of them don't appear. So I'm using the bottom, the left, and the top button to press all these buttons. But the Y on my Xbox controller isn't actually that key, so it's quite annoying in that respect. That's just due to some settings being hoffed off to the Switch. So I've got to go to 71, 7131. Will that be good enough? Yes, it will be perfect. Hello. So now we get to talk to this guy early. And if we teleport down to here, it'll save us a little bit of time in terms of travel, which is really quite nice. Okay. And we're going to the shipyard, because we got some stuff to sell. Right. You have to finish saying your words, cool. And then we go here, we delete this thing, and we keep on moving. Hello, what do you want to say next? Yep. The guest house. Yep. So many things we have to build, so little time. So each of the characters have their own house that they'll eventually build, or ask you to build. And quite a lot, I mean pretty much 100% of the time, that'll be required for, I can play 1 or 2 notes, like one. Oh, actually we need to water these as well. We'll just do this quickly. So this is Mr. Onion Man. He lets us sell a bunch of things, which is really quite useful throughout the run. Sell carpet, and sell all the old shoes, and that's everything that we're selling. 1 of those, and yeah, that's all that we're selling. This lets us have enough money to do the upgrade that we want to do throughout the run. Hopefully, at least. Okay. Yeah, anyway. here's the next upgrades that we're going to be doing. We're going to get the hobbyist, and we're going to get that thing. We don't technically need that second, like, the size upgrade to our place, but it is quite useful. So the next thing we're going to is about there. Something around that. We'll get the actual quest through in a minute, honestly, so I'm not too worried. They'll then ask me to build a sawmill and a few other things along with that, but we can't actually build that till we get some quartz. We'll need quartz from the Quartz Dragon. The Quartz Dragon quest will be given in just a moment, really. Oh whoops, let's not screw up Guitar Hero. The melody's pretty nice, isn't it? So if you're playing with just the cat, or the cat's doing the song instead, it'll be, you know, them singing along, which is quite cute and wholesome.
Oh really? Oh
yeah.
My God. So heartwarming and then so soul crushing.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so here's the actual quest to find the thingy dragon, and we'll be... yeah, pretty much just about right. There you go. I'll try to focus on this right one here, just to get it grown before any other time. There are some interesting glitches we can do in co-op, which revolve around like making these plants instantly grow, which is pretty crazy for the run. I haven't been able to replicate it with myself using 2 controllers yet, so that's unfortunate, but hey ho. Alright. I probably won't need whatever's in this chest, but I'll pick it up anyway, just for marathon safety, honestly. And I'll pick up whatever this shiny thing is here. Maple logs, corn seeds, yeah, okay. Not anything that's too required, and getting off my boat does stop the boat for some time, so it is unfortunate in that aspect as well. But I'm trying to be a marathon here, we're trying to go safely, so you know. Yeah, I would hug if I could right now, but unfortunately I have to music. Music is calling me. And this is honestly just so we can meet our cycles well enough, hopefully. Oh gosh, stop. He's going bananas on this ship. Oh no. I should actually pick up that dialogue. But I can wait a second, and at least until we've travelled to the Quartz Dragon. Until then. I do know this tune quite well, but of course as I'm talking and I'm not paying attention to everything, I'll be missing 1 or 2 notes here and there. Well, I mean, I can't really help it that the buttons aren't actually laid out properly for me. Ha ho, oh well. So it's raining now, some characters go inside when it's raining, but of course since they've got a quest going for them currently, they'll keep doing things. That's a bit of an obscure way to get around. Oh crap, I just picked up... okay, so we planted some corn by mistake, which was a mistake. So that's some time lost due to that ship thing. But yeah, as you can see, we don't have the things required to do that. Come on, cat. Come on. There you go. Hug. Hug. I probably got 1 more within me. We haven't hugged Summer yet. I can do that soon. I need her to get along moving here, so... Okay. So this is the first boss fight, question mark, of the game. Here's the dragons. I mean, as you can see, the dragon parts will pop up at random points and we have to hit the ore on their bodies, just to try to hit it down. I could give a spoiler for what this is meant to represent in Summer's life. Would you like me to give that slight spoiler, or do you want me to not go into it? Say so, I'll wait on you for here.
I'd say yes, tell me.
Okay, so these dragons in her life that she's meant to go fight against is meant to represent her cancer that she's dealing with. Which is quite sad. You get lines later on in the story that like her father's had to deal with this He tried different methods. I've tried caring for it. I could never really care for it, could I? Something like that. But yeah. Oh gosh. Please, thank you. There we go. And that's the dragon. Okay. I go up there, I build the loom, I start looming stuff. Come on, thank you.
Actually, the cat's gliding on water.
Yeah. The cat hovers around, it's quite cute actually. We have to wait for Stella to get up and about actually, so I'll wait for that. We can play one note. Like, one note's not gonna do much, but like, it slightly progresses it. So the reason why we wait for this quest here is because she gives us 3 extra fiber, which is really pretty useful. Here's another minigame. This minigame is stupidly important, I get right. So you see the line in the middle? If I perfectly hit that line in the middle, yeah, cool, I'll get 3. If I hit anywhere close to that line, I'll be getting 2. And if I completely miss, I'll get 1. We need those resources to be, we need those resources, like, well and successfully, just to keep going here. So on this island, this is one thing that we can potentially cut out in the run. I'm going here to pick up 1 tree. This makes the routing for logs a lot easier, and I'd recommend anyone trying to like start doing this to actually pick up these logs at the beginning. And of course it's quicker to actually walk back here since it's a very short distance. And this is one of the maps that actually has a little go at you if you try to quit out to the main menu. Anyway, so I'm going up to -50, 120 here. It's about top left-ish. -50 odd, 120. That's good enough. 1 coordinate out. This one doesn't have to be exact. I'll start doing this a bit more for the rest of these. Once this is built, we can start doing the sawmill, which is also required. Build sawmill and put it over here. Oh gosh, please actually place it. Oh no. That's fine. Okay, cool. So we have to sacrifice 1 log to the gods, because our sawmill doesn't work at the beginning. But otherwise, it will work eventually after this. There you go.
This is a good time for some messages.
Yeah, sure, if you want to speak the words.
Sure thing. We currently have no donations, unfortunately, but sorry about that.
No
Should have
problem.
muted myself there. Yeah. We've got some. Just to have a gentle reminder of upcoming bit wars. In fact, you know what? Before I say that, this current bit war for Gwen to keep hugging or to not hug is still going on, by the way. So yeah, just be sure to donate for that. And also, just mention the next bid war for Pokemon Ranger any %. We are currently having a bids to choose either the female or the male ranger, and currently female is winning by $10 to 0. So yeah, back to you guys.
So hey, yeah, get those donations in. It's all for supporting a good cause anyway, with terms of charity. So it's all important in the end. We've got to do what we can for the people less fortunate than ourselves. So the issue here is I actually started growing some corn. That's a bad thing, because I don't want corn to grow. I don't need corn. I actually do need corn for like a later part of the run, but it gets given to you at that point anyway, so... So we discovered a new island here. If you walk past an island, it'll often just be like, hey, by the way, there's an island here. There you go, cool. That's another piece of dialogue, good. Okay, we really need to make sure this is going on. which is a nice chill section. Ah, gosh. Okay, so the reason why we came here was to do this jelly hole thing. But before we do that, I'm actually going to edit and put the guest house to the very top left, top right of the map. This is so we can hit some ones that are higher up. So currently, we have, let's have a look, 5 of these bright jellies. We need to get several more of them. There is some randomization to what these patterns could be. I'm starting to understand what causes that randomization, but this is the slower pattern, for example. I'm really glad that I decided not to skip the last one. So there's 2. Oh gosh. Yeah, for example, that's way above my head here. I couldn't reach that. Okay, here's another. Hopefully I can actually reach that one. Perfect, okay. 11, I believe. Just one more we really need. How many did I just pick up there? That was 3, right? Right? Yeah. Sorry. The real cool strat's to stand on the curve here. Okay, yeah, there's one down there. And that should be 4 now. 13. Yeah, so this should be completely fine now. I started with 5, and I now have 13, that's 8. Cool. Just triple checking, because if I don't get these numbers right here, like we're very, very exact with our numbers here. So if things are wrong, that could be very bad. Because we would have to do another whole one of those sequences. So Gwen is actually telling us about her past now. She remembers this villa that she wants to go visit in the past, and so we're just heading there. Conveniently, it's right next to where we were. Right next to where we were. Funny that. So we'll be going to this villa now. A second. Ooh, actually, I believe we can quit out here. So nighttime cut in just. Yes. Okay. Perfect. Nighttime cut in just when we were about to get to the island. So I was able to quit out to actually get to the island. So that's a nice little trick there as well, if you're just a little bit further away. There was some proposed talk about actually doing that consistently throughout it, but I can't find the trigger that successfully to actually make sure it happens. And if I do it without, I'll just stop the boat and it'll just lose a bunch of time. So here's the villa. She's wanting us to climb this villa and go to the top of it. It's a maze though, so we gotta just follow our way through. The next room always lights up where we're meant to go, so it's always quite nice in that respect. Do I pick up the extra? No, I don't bother. And here's the music box and the loom upgrade. She wants the music box. There you go. And just for safety, I'm just gonna pick up the extra linen seeds, just in case we don't have enough. We do, 100% do, but just in case we don't. Split. Nice. She wants the loom upgrade to be done. I'm like, 1 second, let me just see if I can do that for you. No, not that one. Upgrade, there you go. I'm just missing a little bit of linen. Either way, I'm going to say goodnight. The only dialogue she's doing there is saying, hey, it's really late at night currently, you should go to sleep. So hey, I hope everyone's enjoying this run right now. We're the majority of the way through it, you know. It's only got a little bit too much left. There's actually not much else to do in her actual storyline. The only thing I have left to do is she's got to go into, well, we've got to upgrade the loom. We've got to upgrade the loom. We've got to upgrade the kitchen. We've got to upgrade her house. And we're heading down to about 60, minus 64. And 16. I'll just make sure that's exact. Come on. There you go. I shouldn't waste the time there to be that exact, but, you know. So I needed more linen. I don't know how much I actually had on me. I believe I got at least a new cut of 3. So that should be fine. Ooh. Yeah, okay, cool. So, hopefully this is enough. Oh. So it's glitched out a little bit here. And the cursor is slightly off-center. We're just gonna make sure we set the actual cursor. Ooh, beautiful, this dialogue now. So he wants some popcorn. Here's some popcorn. And now he's like, man, it would be nice if the kitchen was a little bit better. And so he gives us the upgrade to the first kitchen. But first we need to do upgrade, and hopefully we have enough for this. We're 2 out still. That's very unfortunate. We're just gonna give her a hug, because this is hug percent. I should give everyone else a hug as well, but we currently need linen to grow quite exponentially. It's a shame that we planted corn in place of the linen, because as you can see, the corn is almost done growing. Oh well, this shouldn't take too long either way. Ah. Got it. Okay, perfect. So, we actually only need, there's nothing else, actually, places we need to go for her storyline. We're heading down to the southwest to try to progress someone else's storyline. This is because in that storyline, they actually fast forward some time, and that helps a waiting period that we would actually have to go through. Okay, here's an island that we saw. Ah, beautiful. Okay, they're gonna walk up there pretty darn soon. Okay. I'm gonna keep on making this linen grow for the time being, just until she gets up there. I suppose I technically don't need to wait for her actually. We just need more than the amount of linen we have to build the thing that we need. So I find the first linen thing quite easily, but turning linen thread into fabric a little bit more difficult because I'm just bad at timing in general. But hopefully as I get through a few of them, I'll succeed in a few of them at least, and not have to worry about lack of resources too much.
I think regarding Gwen's backstory, she's the only character that knows Stella, you know, from before.
There's 1 or 2 characters that actually do also know her. Like Atul, like, oh cool, we would have been fine. All of these characters do have, 1 second, some sort of history or some sort of like, background in there, for some reason or another. 1 second, sorry. It's just the fact that this is also off-centered, but apparently the off-center just makes me be able to do this perfectly. Oh my god. Okay, I actually screwed up 1. That's okay. There we go. There's 2. That's more to my piece of knowledge. Anyway, improve the cookery. Yes, perfect. We had enough. Okay, and now we need to make sure her place is fully upgraded now. We need. Oh, money. Money is what we need. Okay. Let's quickly go to this island, go in it, go out of it, and then do that. We also need to do this quickly, so we'll do that in a second. So we ran a little bit short of money, but with my shenanigans doing the hearing and stuff, you know, my shenanigans doing the hugging and stuff, of course, lost us a little bit of time here and there, but you know, nothing actually of true relevance. There we go, so we have that as well. So cool, we have that. We're actually on the island now, so I believe if we quit out and go back into it, we should be able to see our certain friend. No? Okay. Go to the island, then go back out, and come back in again. Okay. I'm mainly doing this. I should probably actually get the stuff I require on the island. Yeah, let's just go do that first. I'm mainly doing this to actually get a certain onion guy to spawn. Yeah, the one from earlier. he lets us sell things to get a little bit more money, and we're lacking a little bit of money here. So we actually only need to. Oh, you're right there, guys. We need to cut down one oak tree. So there's multiple different types of trees in the game. As you progress through, you'll need all of them. The next real big tree we need in the game are oak trees. But we only need that one to actually progress forward this run. And this is only like a side note anyway. The only other thing we need on this island is there's a bit of limestone we're picking up at the very end here. And this is to build a certain house. Oh, oops, that's not good. Okay, just playing it safe there, I guess. Either way, safe to quit. And here we are on island. There you go. Okay, we now need that to happen. So if I save and quit now, I believe he should turn up. If not, he'll be really close. He's not around. Okay, he should be really close. Okay, he's not. That's actually slightly worrying. Where is he currently? Where is the most recent? Like, usually he just shows up if you go to the next island. Let's go to this island and hope he shuns up. Because things are actually quite bad if he doesn't show up. Quite need the money. Because I've got the resources to do it. I just don't have the cash, unfortunately. Oh, which is quite unfortunate actually. Oh. She's just telling us about the house that she wants upgraded, so there's nothing actually important there. I'm really not all too sure why. I was just doing this just to see if I can get a glin in a bottle. I mean, those are all things that will sell for money. It's just we don't actually have a good place to sell them right now, which is quite unfortunate. So we'll be losing some time here. Yeah, where is the onion dude? He's just nowhere to be found. This is really weird. That's quite peculiar. So yeah, we're losing some time here with that, on that side of things. She needs something of that. Oh, I should hug everyone in the meantime. Can't forget that. Hello, sorry, I know you're climbing a ladder right now, but I need to hug you. And you? Hug. I don't believe I can hug, Gwen here. Stop. We want to hug you, please. Okay, no, she's okay. I thought so. Cat. Hello, cat. Hug. Okay, so we're getting to the island here at least. I will need to chop up one log, actually. So I'll do one log first. Actually, I need 3.
Yeah, this game is an interesting combination of resources management and all the more traditional, I guess, things that are...
Yeah, I find it's very much like, it was an experience trying to route all of this. Just because everything, some things are time-based, so some things will only trigger after certain other things. So ensuring that everything actually happens in time is quite wonderful. So I'll go to this island, pick up the resources that we need to actually pick up, and then hopefully, hopefully the onion guy will show up, or else we'll be losing major time.
Or we get to see more of the game.
True. Yeah, there's a sheep, and here's another person. We don't actually get to talk to or see. Her name is Alice. Get to see some more of that movement there, just to speed things up. It's quite fun. We don't actually need to mine any of this ore. I was just doing that to tease you. Basically in this mine, we're just going around and collecting 3 different gemstones. There's another one in this chest, and ooh, secret passageways. And we're skipping past this one and actually going into this one over here. Okay, hopefully he's shown up by now. If not, I'll just do another quell. No, he hasn't. Okay. I can tell because he has a theme tune that plays. Still no. Where is he? Okay, I need to actively go to a place that has a shop now. Where would be the fastest place to actually do that? Hummingberg? Probably. Let's go do that then. This is quite unusual. I'm not sure why Onion Man isn't showing up. But unfortunately it's what we'll have to deal with. So I'll be losing some time here. We're gonna split there regardless. We'll still be underestimate. I accounted for this sort of like bad RNG during my run, so completely should be fine though. I'll hug the cat in the meantime. So this is the point in the game, at least in this run, that there's not a lot of actions and stuff that we have to do remaining. But in the full any % run, we have to constantly just keep on processing resources. Wait, okay, one sec. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Go for it, my friend.
Okay, cool. Yeah, $10 from Slickpipe. Thanks for donating. And they say, always excited to donate and get the ESA hype going.
Hi.
Hi.
And those $10 goes to Spyro 2 Ripto's Rage Bone Dance's bid for the glitch showcase. So yeah, back to you guys.
No worries, my friend. So I'm just going back to this place briefly, just because it has a shop, so I can actually get some more money. Because I'm broke right now, I can't afford the upgrades to the house, which is really unfortunate. So I'm really not sure why the traveling salesman isn't showing up here. I wonder if it's because I cancelled out of his dialogue one or too many times. Interesting. I'll keep that in note for the future. It's just one of those odd, peculiar things that shouldn't really happen, I guess. After I go to here, hopefully it won't be nighttime by then. But I can at least progress forward time in that respect. Should be good. Ah, okay, yeah, hug the cat. Hug the cat. One more time. Slight time loss. Very good. But it's worth it for the hugs. But don't worry, we're not dead yet. We've still got time to make things work. It's just quite unfortunate that way that happened. So I mentioned like characters have ties to the main character. You get to find that more in depth later on during the run. What do I even sell here to get myself money? I can sell both of these, I can sell all of these basically. I probably shouldn't have sold those, but that's fine. There you go, that's enough money. Saving to it. Oh gosh, there we go. So now we'll actually be able to get the upgrades needed. I'm not used to not having enough money there, so that was quite an unusual circumstance. And even the backup I would usually do for it wasn't working out for me too well. Thank you. Okay, next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move her house a second. I'm gonna move it as far as I can. There you go. To the left, because that actually, that means she has to walk less distance later on, so it's slightly quicker in that regard. Gonna sleep the night here, and hopefully she goes into her room. Because she's a strong, independent person, really. She wants to actually, like, put some time to herself, you know? Take some time to herself, but hopefully she takes some time to herself soon, or else we're gonna lose more time. Hopefully that's... okay. We're now going to head towards the bus stop and head back to that island we were at previously. Ring the bell a little bit to wake everyone up. See if I can give anyone a hug. Nope. Sorry. Oh, we're gonna stalk this person. Well, okay, perfect. She's giving me the quest. Lovely. Okay. Before she goes, can I hug her? Nope. So now everything's just kind of a waiting game. We can get that quest, but it doesn't particularly matter. She's gonna be locking herself away in her room, and eventually, after a certain amount of time passes, she's gonna disappear, and she's gonna turn up at the villa again, where she was previously. 'Cause they always end up going home when not feeling certain about themselves. But either way, going over to here. There you go. And then heading back over to that island there. Beautiful. So this is the last real portion of the run. After she decides, hey, I want to get out. We're basically just knocking on her door until we find out she's disappeared somewhere. But in the meantime, we're actually progressing forward some of Summer's quest. Oh, well, let's go find her a second. Some of Summer's quest. Can't give her a hug. Doesn't matter. Okay, I have to walk over here a bit to give the cat a hug. And in that little bit, she tells us to go meditate for a while. And that meditation actually passes forward the day, like, an amount of time. And of course we use that to make the waiting section a lot quicker. There's actually also another part in the actual any percent run, where there's this one character who actually lectures you about how the finery and the arts of her house. Wait, actually. Yeah. And yeah, cool. Thought so. And the fun thing is, that passes time every time he does that little speech and dialogue, but we can back out of that dialogue. So later on the run, when we've actually unlocked that character, we can manipulate his quest line to actually consistently skip forward in time. So that means anything we have to wait to grow, anything we have to wait to like make happen, we just don't need to wait for anymore, which is a real nice time save in the 80% run. But alas, this is Gwen percent, so we're only seeing Gwen off today. There would be several more characters if we were doing the whole 80%, like Gwen, Atoll, Summer, Alice, Bruce and Mickey, Stanley. Yeah, there's like a billion characters. There's also Astrid and Gustav. Yeah, my father also lived with this tormented creature. He chose to fight it. But yeah, so like you can very much see what sort of people everyone are going through all of this. Okay. The fun thing about this one is if actually we hold right, we can keep on moving here. So you can hear the sound effects. So, we can start moving forward before that happens. You saying something?
No, I was just saying that you get to know all the characters and get emotionally attached, and
very much
impacts you so much more.
But in fact, we can't actually say goodbye. We can't move on with the story until we say goodbye to these characters. Because it is required. We need Spiritflowers to upgrade upgrade our ship parts, and the ship parts. Maybe I'll get to see it here. Right? No, I would need more upgrades if I was going to. But there's certain upgrades that you go through, like the rock barrier and the mist and the icebreaker and all that sort of thing. Okay, still not quite. So yeah, there's a bunch of things there, and we require spirit flowers to do that. Spirit flowers are only given to us after someone has sadly moved on. So moving on is a required part of this game. It's quite lovely. Another thing I quite liked about this game is the fact that, like, look at this map, it's very open. Sorry, for some reason the, like, trackers, this map is very open. I can zoom out with a button, there you go. Like, there's a very large portion of this map here. And routing out every little individual bit of this is very, like, time consuming to do, of course. So I did route, like, my any % run, I did route the majority of it. Nope, still can't go through there. That's unfortunate. So we'll probably be losing some more time with that whole aspect, waiting for her to come out. If our money was better and we were able to get those certain upgrades earlier, we would have been able to trigger the, like, starting point for the wait sequence a bit earlier. You know, a bunch of things like that, just all tie together to make more time loss overall, which is kind of crazy if you think about it.
So did you route the game? You said you route the game majorly yourself. Are
Yes.
there many other speedrunners doing?
In the official Discord, there's actually a speedrun channel, and so there's one or two other people doing the run, which is quite nice. I've actually not got the world record for this category currently.
Oh, really?
Because there are some, you know, I've mentioned there are the tighter resource routes. I just haven't gone and done them yet. So of course I'm losing time in that regard. Okay, come on, just let me. Perfect. Okay. Good timing. Thank God that happened when it did, or else I would have been very worried. Sometimes you need to go to an island and, like, leave an island just to, like, refresh some trios and all that with their quest lines, so that's why I did what I did. So, she's wanting us to hug her. Perfect, because that's what that's what you paid your money for. Okay. Okay, so now she's ready to head off to the door, to move on to the Ever door. We once our characters usually always give us a quest to head to the Ever door at some point or other. Now is her time. Yeah, she's just saying, come to the Ever door. I think I'll be ready. So give our little buddy a hug here. Alternative angles here, and now from the other side. Oh.
And give us yourselves a hug, because it's going to be sad. It's going to get sad.
Yeah. Are you ready for tears in chat? Are you going to? What is it? Is it Bible Thump the crying one? I don't remember. But either way, we're over by the Ever door now. All we have to do is actually walk up there. And hopefully we can do it before the night passes on too much. Amusingly, the factor in the Ever door is that, you know, just an amusing fact. It seems like, I tried to move around some characters there for fun reasons. Didn't work. So she's in our room. Go for it.
No, yeah, no, just saying. Bible Thump is a crying one.
Yeah, okay, thank you. I don't use these emotes. I use good emotes like Kappa and not like this. I don't know.
Yeah, if you don't like Kappa, don't
Okay.
use words not hugging.
Yeah. So Stacy, if you would kindly please take it away. So there's the monologue at the end. Here's where it starts.
Will you like skip the lines for me after after I've read them?
Yeah, feel free to keep reading.
Okay, sure. Seems I couldn't escape it, doesn't it? Me being here now. No, me. I've never been one to dwell on the past. Mainly because it always felt overwhelming to me. Like an irrepressible wave of resentment. Even at this very moment, I still wonder. I don't know if I've ever tried to connect. I've been so sure of it. My opinion just never changed. You know what I've always said. That people come and go, but don't pay attention to each other. He never really did. But lives are only ever parallel. Adjacent at best. Oh, that's bullshit. You can see that now. And you are the proof of it. Not just you, but Mom cared as well.
I'm gonna skip the dialogues, feel free to keep reading, just so I don't lose time.
Oh, alright, sorry.
Yeah, no, keep doing.
Yeah, and not just you, but Mom cared as well. In her own way. And others here, even given the circumstances. Still don't know about Father. I should probably forgive him now. And that last shred of strength left in me. That make me a better person. That make a difference. Maybe. After all this, I don't think I care. It doesn't matter. Because I had my best friend by my side. I had you. You're a wonderful person, Stella. My life would not have been the same without you. The light you showed me was more than a beacon. It was a guide.
Time is coming up pretty soon.
Only I was too blind to see it. My shades were too opaque. Okay.
Time.
Let's go.
And then there you
Can't
go.
hold it any longer, and I have just a couple of lines to read.
Oh, go for it.
Thank you, Stella. Thank you for bringing me here, even if you didn't want to. Thank you for kicking my butt and shaking my ego. Don't forget that I've loved you as much as I could. Bye, my friend. See you there.
And that's Gwen's story. I hope you enjoyed. Eventually I will try to get a whole run of this into a marathon at some point. It is a 5-hour run, so it's a little bit more to deal with in terms of actually getting it into a marathon. But I'll try here and there. The time ends when the constellation happens, so this is all after stuff that you would be continuing on with the run. Getting like little moments of their memories and their characters and the things that have happened. But hey, this has been Spiritfarer. I've hoped you've enjoyed. It's a very wonderful game, and I hope to eventually show more of it sometime in the future. Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you
Feel
for
free
the
to
run.
cut out anytime soon.
Yeah, enjoy the rest of UKSG and keep donating, keep supporting their great cause.
A lot of fun incentives going.